Hey guys, it's Nick the Booksmith. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have the January design team project for the graphics fairy. So I thought I would do a quick flip through for you and show you what it is that I decided to do for this month. I know it's January, first day of January actually, so wow. I think what freaks me out even more than it being 2019 is the fact that in a year it's going to be 2020, and 2020 just kind of sounds like the title of a futuristic sci-fi movie. So oh yes, the reality of it all. Anyway, back to the project here. So I even though it's still winter, I went with a honeybee theme. Bees hold a special place in my heart. When I was a kid, my grandfather raised honeybees, and we had many hives, and we would, they were actually really docile. Really, I mean, you didn't go mess with them, unless you're grandpa, because grandpa knew what grandpa was doing. I was 5, I didn't know what I was doing, but I loved the bees, and we would get honey every year, and they were just the happiest hives. They would thrive, and my grandmother would plant flowers for them to make sure that they had enough to eat. And you know, so if you raise bees, you understand. But bees are such an important part of our environment, even more so than a lot of other insects, because without bees, our pollination would drop like exponentially, and to be able to pollinate plants for food would become, well, it would become a catastrophe. It would be really bad. And bees are under attack by different viruses and parasites, and it's important that wherever it is that you live in the world too, you know, maybe if you have the chance, if you have the opportunity and the circumstances to provide some flowers for your bees, provide a little water dish with rocks in it so they can get a drink, because we need our bees, right? We need our bees. So what I did on the cover, as you can see, do you see the honeycomb pattern with the little bees, the little fat bumblebees? So this is a graphic that I did, this honeycomb pattern for spoon flower, for fabric and gift wrap and that kind of thing. But it also printed out really nice on paper. So I covered the front and the back with the little honeycomb pattern, and this little bee graphic is from the Graphics Fairy, this little fat bottom bumblebee. And then on the front I took a vintage decoration, a graphic from an old book, and I put that on the front with a B for bee. And then I just put some little metal brads in there. I've got a piece of old muslin. I just did some layering just for some interest. And then up at the tippity top, we have one of the metal book plates. And inside I put the title of an antique book, The Hive and the Honeybee. And of course I left room in case somebody wanted to slip something in front of that and have it as their own name. So I put that there. So these are some of the things that you know, I put with the book. Some of the things came from the Graphics Fairy and some of them did not. So I'll talk about that. But let's just do a quick flip through of the book. It's not, I didn't decorate it over much. It's pretty straightforward as much as my books, you know, usually do go. I did do the hand marble paper in the front and the back for the end pages. I did some page graphics, some digital printing on there, and of course book pages. I did some sewing on the pages, and this is one of the dictionary buttons that we made several months ago here on YouTube. And of course all kinds of, you know, places to write. And of course, one of my books would not be complete if I didn't add poetry and quotes. And so I have quotes for bees and beekeeping throughout the book with little bees. I just kept adding the little bees all over the pages. This is one of the other graphics I got from the Graphics Fairy. This part right here, it's a honeycomb with some bees, and then I added a definition next to it for honeycomb. And some sewing and some of the hand marble paper sewn on there. There is some digital stamping that I did. This is from an old botany book. So I just put that on there. I did some sewing on this page just cause. And these are some flower graphics that I have in my personal stash. And then I added bees to them. I just like the bees buzzing all over the pages. Here's another quote and a graphic from a book and a page from a book about honeybees, and that's about the hive and the comb. Another quote and another bee. There is a little flower that I digital stamped on there, and another one there. There's another definition, and this is actually a chart for keeping hives and the honey that you got out of it, you know, the amounts, and it's from 1854 down to 1867. There's another quote and another flower with some bees. And I love these old hives. I think they look great. So you can see one says figure 1 and figure 2 because one's the front, one's the back. And then I use the little Graphics Fairy bees to buzz, buzz, buzz all around them. I like that too. That's the title page of a book I have. This is another graphic I got from the Graphics Fairy. So I used 2 of her bundles in this one particularly. I used beekeeping, which has a lot of great images, and also the one called Roses and Bees. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous antique rose that I used up here with the little bee going toward it. I love that, just love it. And I added this in Photoshop, but there are other ways that you can do it. And at the Graphics Fairy, she actually has tutorials in the membership site about how to do some different basic and intermediate graphic art. So it's kind of helpful for folks that are just getting into that. There is another flower digital print and a quote from John Muir. And some bees, of course. They're all over the book. Another quote there. And just a little collage I did with a scrap of hand marbled paper, one of my favorites actually, and some fabric and a piece of old book. And that can also be a tuck spot if if that floats your boat. I got this one from the Graphics Fairy too. That's part of that beekeeping bundle. Love that. And a quote from Emily Dickinson. And more book pages. There's another one of the Roses and Bees graphics. Pretty old-fashioned rose. This is from a book I have, and these are different kinds of hives. Milton's Apiary. Love that. Here is a little pocket I made out of some paper that I had with some insects on it, and then this is just one of the journal cards I put in there. And some more graphics here. Some bees, and then these are some little wild orchidy looking flowers with some more bees. And here is this one, and here's a little hive down here in like a golden chocolatey color, and another quote. And another one. And here is the end. This is when bees swarm. This is kind of what they look like on a branch when they start to swarm. If they're looking for a new hive. So that's what that's from. I put my little name tag down here, and that's that. That's the end. So with this book, some of the things that are in the beekeeping bundle is this really cool title page from Mysteries of Beekeeping. And so I printed that out, and then I backed it on just a kind of a honey colored piece of paper. And she's got some neat little projects that are in there. She's got like little pillow boxes and things that they're already done for you, and just print them out. And I loved, like that, I loved the bookmark. So there's 4 bookmarks, I believe, and so I printed out this one, and then I backed it with this one, so it's a nice, thick, sturdy bookmark. And then this is one of the other ones that I printed out, but it doesn't have a mate to it yet. So, but I thought that was pretty. I figured only one bookmark needed to go with one book, right? And then I did some journal cards from some graphics that I personally have. Some beautiful artwork of some bees doing their thing, doing their job. And then this is the cover of the book where I put one of them in here, but this is the cover of what the whole book cover looks like. And then I made some seed packets, and so these are some seed packets that I made up in Photoshop, and then I put but they're seeds from my garden. So we've got some rudbeckia, some black-eyed Susan kind of things, what a lot of people call them, and then some California poppies. And my bees love these, and so I made up some little seed packets to share and to pass along, which I think is kind of a neat thing. I'm sure they still do it, but have you ever been in like a seed share where people will save seeds from their gardens and they'll share them across the country? You can do like a secret seed share kind of group. It's kind of a neat thing. But bees love flowers. That's my point. Sorry, got a little off. Woo! There. Okay, well, I'm going to stop rambling because that's it. That's really it, guys. Was kind of a simple project this time. I've been under the weather, and I just couldn't manage more than just a book this time. But I love bees, and so it was easy to put this together, not just because I love bees, but because I was able to go to the graphics fairy and she already had it like the work was done. Oh, look, beekeeping, click, click, click. And it's kind of a nice thing. All right, guys, well, I will put all the particulars down below in the description box, and this will be going up for sale soon. I have another stack of books that I've been working on, so when I get them done, I'm just going to put them all up at once. I'll give you a sneak peek. Here is another one that I've been working on. This is so pretty. It's got nasturtiums on it. Oh, I love nasturtiums. So anyway, that's another one I'm working on. But that's all I'm showing you for now. That's all I'm showing you. But I got some new stuff coming up, and I am starting to feel better. So hopefully I'll be able to get my act together and cage the squirrels and focus for a minute. Thank you everybody for stopping by today and checking out the design team project for January. And I hope everybody is having a great day, this first day of 2019. Yeah, let's tackle this year. Let's do something great. Let's survive through yet another year. Right? Okay. All right, guys. Big, huge love from me to you. And thank you, everybody who has stuck with me over the past couple of years. You're all amazing and awesome. And I appreciate everybody and every single one of you, because you know what? Without you guys, there is no me, right? So there is no Nick the Booksmith if there's nobody to watch Nick the Booksmith. It wouldn't even matter. So I really appreciate all of you and all of what you do, and there will be more freebies coming up soon and more DIY projects, and like I promised, some new stuff, some new genre, some diversity. So I hope to show you that really soon. All right, guys, have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye, guys.